Hey, man. Try some of this. It's absolutely dynamite.
Oh, yeah?
A child's garden of grass.
Many people have smoked marijuana. Many few people have ever heard marijuana. The history of marijuana.
Marijuana was first discovered in 1907 by a small Polish immigrant by the name of Wayne Krolka. The discovery occurred in early May, while Wayne was working late in his study one evening, trying to find a shorter route to India.
That's one small toad for man. And a giant toad for mankind.
Acquiring marijuana.
There are 4 basic methods of acquiring marijuana: buying it, growing it, receiving it as a gift, and stealing it.
Buying marijuana.
Yeah?
I'd like a big bottle of root beer, please.
Okay.
And a copy of Playboy.
All right.
And some pistachio nuts.
Yeah.
Could I have a cleaner copy of Playboy, please?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. It's kids.
And a pack of marijuana, please.
Mexican, Vietnamese, or domestic?
Mexican.
Flip top, flat box, soft pack, or bulk?
Take bulk.
All right. That comes to, that'll be $2.15.
$2.15.
Growing marijuana.
Mary, Mary, quite contrary, how doth your garden grow?
Really great where there's no heat, and usually best when I put the seeds about a half-inch underground, water lightly once a week, and hope for the best.
Receiving marijuana as a gift.
Getting grass as a gift is probably the nicest way of all of acquiring it. Here are a number of methods guaranteed to get you free grass.
Be very, very nice to everyone you meet.
Or
Look for people who are smoking grass. Go over and stand next to them as quietly as possible and look wistful. If they give you any, be sure to say thank you.
or
Become a narcotics officer.
Or,
Be a very beautiful girl with large breasts.
and if none of these methods work, then whenever you're taking a walk, look on the ground for rolled up baggies with a rubber band around them.
stealing marijuana.
Now, here's the main method for acquiring yourself some free grass. You just creep up on someone and go, hey, say, look up there. And you cop that grass and split.
The effects of marijuana.
The first time a person tries to get stoned, he may not feel any effect whatsoever. Many people, even Methodists, find that after smoking for hours, particularly with good grass, they'll still feel no effect the first 2 or 3 times. For them, we recommend needlepoint, weightlifting, or any of the other traditional methods of reaching nirvana.
I can lift 347 pounds over my head, but still, nobody likes me.
We believe that, except for a few weirdos here and there, everybody can feel the effects of grass.
Fortunately, all the barriers which keep a person from getting high are easily overcome once you know them.
The first barrier to overcome is the belief that smoking grass gives one a kick.
It does not. You do not get a kick or a rush from grass.
The second barrier is that there's no way to know how you're supposed to feel, so you don't know what to look for.
And the third barrier is a roadblock.
Your papers, please.
I only have a pipe, man.
Then you'd better come with me.
creativity.
It's a known fact that grass increases creativity from 8 to 11 times. In fact, everyone finds that they're more creative stoned than straight.
All of us are latent Michelangelos, or Carusos, or Da Vinci's, and think we can paint, or sing, or write, if only we tried hard enough.
No, take another one.
Oh, far out. Yeah.
Okay.
That's right near the end. Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
we'll
see there.
get you
Yeah.
some more steam.
Oh, my baby, she's a dirty dog and she know it. I got about just a half a mind and she can blow it. Yeah, yeah, you take a trip to the left, you take a trip to the right. When you trip too far, you're gonna fall all night. When you're standing by yourself, doing the dirty dog on the continental shelf. It's okay to tell you, baby, come here, your dog's gonna be alright.
The physical effects of marijuana.
The first sensations may be felt instantly after having smoked some grass, or an hour after having eaten it. Usually, you creep slowly into a stoned condition, inch by inch, sliding upward, but if you've eaten it, the effects may come upon you suddenly and strike you full force in the middle of a word.
So while I was shopping at the supermarket, I saw this beautiful chick, really dynamite. So I was just about to use the old drop the jar of mustard on her foot ploy, you know, to meet her. And she, what were we talking about?
And if the people you're talking to are stoned, they won't remember either.
What were you just saying?
I beg your pardon?
The first sensation you'll feel will be physical. A new tingling of some sort. A band of light pressure around your temples or in your shoulders or back. You may become aware of your knees or your instep.
Something weird
Or your
happening to my
head
knees
seems
and my
heavy
instep
and
my
filled with
head,
chopped brown paper.
Seems to be filled
Or
with like
it
chopped
might
liver or
feel
something.
empty and floating farther
No, it's
about your
kind of-
shoulders
it's like
than
empty
it's supposed
and
to be.
floating above my shoulders.
You might also become aware of your
Higher than it's
anus
supposed
or
to.
genitalia.
There's some other things too.
You'll also discover that grass is an analgesic, and like ordinary pain relievers, can cure headache, neuritis, and neuralgia.
So remember...
M-A-R-I-J-U? A-J-U-A-N-A. Marijuana. Marijuana.
Psychological effects.
Sometimes the early psychological changes coincide with the early physical changes experienced while stoned, but the famous mind expansion comes after the famous physical sensations. Grass heightens and distorts.
For example, profound revelations.
You may think you have profound revelations, only to discover later that they are none too profound. For example,
Profound revelation number 1.
Survival of the species is everybody's business.
Profound revelation number 2.
No matter how much you may dislike pickles, it is, after all, the only thing you can do with cucumbers.
what may cause this magnification of the importance of certain things is that your mind seems to be racing along, and sometimes
You find you
operating
can
a number
go
of
on
levels
at
at
the
once.
same simultaneously.
There is also the fact that you tend to forget everything almost as soon as it happens, and certain thoughts seem to take on secondary and even tertiary.
Hey, man, what are you talking about?
I think I forgot.
Let's listen in on a quiet scene in The Little House Down the Street. Andy and Virginia are very stoned and are spending the evening listening to their collection of old records and giggling a lot. Let's listen.
I'm all discombobulated for shimmel.
Are you hungry?
Hungry? No. Oh, wait a minute now. Did you mean am I hungry for food, or am I hungry in the abstract, like hungry for knowledge or adventure? It's my own humor.
What were we talking about?
You asked if I was hungry.
Oh, did I?
Well, yes.
Well, are ya?
Am I what? Am I what? I don't even know my own name. Shit.
Time and space.
Your awareness of time and space also becomes confused. Things seem to take an unearthly long time, although much less often things which should have taken a long time seem to have zipped by in an instant.
Zipping takes an instant. Unzipping seems to take forever.
Come on, honey. Come on.
Oh. Shut up.
Space alteration is totally unpredictable. Sometimes the room looks longer, and sometimes the room looks shorter. Sometimes the ceiling seems to be 3 floors above you, or only an inch from your head.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Maybe there will be no space alteration in your room whatsoever, but get up and walk down a flight of stairs, and that flight of stairs becomes infinite.
Time disorientation can sometimes cause you needless concern. Who hasn't experienced having his girlfriend say that she's going to the kitchen for some Coke?
I'm going to the kitchen
Okay.
with some Coke.
Then not see her again for 2 days.
I wonder whatever happened to, what's her name?
After thinking she's accidentally locked herself in the refrigerator or been spirited away by Chinese people, you run into the kitchen and yell, "What's the matter?"
Gloria! Gloria, what's the matter?
I'm locked in the refrigerator.
Only to realize she's been gone less than a minute. Getting hung up.
Small tasks and insignificant things can take on a tremendous importance and interest. Often you find yourself doing some little thing over and over, like picking lint off your dog, or staring at a tiny, tiny spot on the wall, or playing with something like this little microphone button here that doesn't seem to have very much of a purpose, really, except that it makes a funny noise whenever I push it. You know?
Get hung up, taking all. Time disorientation and hung-upness act together quite often, and you find yourself doing something inane for a long time and thoroughly enjoying it, even though every now and then you think you've been doing it forever.
When you're doing something really dumb, like watching Queen for a Day or The Flying Nun on TV, another symptom is revealed. After staring like idiots at the show for 18 minutes, someone will ask,
What are we watching this for?
Come on. God, that guy's doing a
Ferlin
ballet.
Husky and Rom Woyd, 1957. It's rotten, man. It's just terrible.
Rom Woyd was the monster, right?
Put them all down.
No, Rom Woyd was the actor.
That's ridiculous.
Well, change it.
What,
Wait, didn't you just...
Hmm?
I thought you flicked
You know what this is?
Oh.
What is that, a guy?
No, what is it?
Bridge Hoser's Holiday,
Sit down, I can't
1933.
see.
Who's?
Bridge Hoser's Holiday. The Sterling Lloyd film, the first Lloyd.
Oh, it's
Why don't you flick the green on so his
No, you
shoes
change
are
it.
purple? Let me see what else is on, huh?
Oh, come on. Oh.
You really like this? Look, I'll flick around.
You'll all turn and nod at whoever asked the question, then resume your show watching, all together, until the show is concluded. Why? Because a basic truth about being stoned is that everything, even television, is good. You must learn to be careful of this.
Funniness.
This is one of the most pleasant and exciting psychological changes which occurs. Take this little spot in your mind which tells you when something is funny, you know? And grass expands that little spot until that little spot takes over. And everything is funny. I mean, everything, you know? Your friend's teeth are a riot. A simple hello brings on storms of laughter. And something which is genuinely funny, like a good joke or a Marx Brothers movie, can turn you into a compulsive maniac, writhing in agony and pleading for help. I know this is true because I just got back from a small town. In fact, the town was so small that when I plugged in my electric shaver, the trolley stopped. My room was so small that the mice were stoop-shouldered. That's why I say, let me entertain you, because that's all I want to do. Get there!
Let's hear it for a great metal comic, a funny guy, Jimmy Burney.